Hello, my name is Mark Hallett. I've been a community member in Riverdale for about 5 years. I have a wife, two cats, and a dog, and we are actually currently expecting our first newborn in September. I just wanted to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to take the time and listen to the communal benefits of recycling. I believe recycling is really important, and I hope it's just as important to you as well. According to Wright and Halstead, who wrote in Biocycle, collection and disposal costs of MSW or municipal solid waste is going to increase about 25%. In 1998, it was about $52 a person per year, and now it's at a $71 rate a person per year. So I think it is imperative that we stop these rising costs by implementing a single stream recycling program. Implementing a strong single stream recycling program will help lead to a more empowered community, will help us become more environmentally responsible, and it can actually be cost effective if we apply for grants and financial aids. So if we fail to act now, we could suffer severely in the future. First subject I'd like to touch upon is the common cause of recycling will help reunite the community and instill a sense of self-worth and pride. To do this, we need to really involve volunteers that act as leads. These leads will help increase the awareness of the public and participation. These leads are also voluntary, so we will not accrue extra costs to employ these leads. This could also lead to other programs that could help benefit the community, such as clothing drives or things like that. Another thing about these block leaders is Loth, who is a published author in the Geographical Bulletin in 2008, stated that these leaders that we employ will act as community leaders, which will in turn spark other people to take charge and pride in recycling. O'Connell in 2011, who was also published in the Geographical Bulletin, stated that observing others will help others act and do their due diligence in their community. What these leaders will also need to do is employ strong, firm goals so it helps other community members reach those goals and set clear expectations. Once those firm targets are established, most likely it will lead to others really trying to reach those goals by recycling, and thus it'll just set a chain reaction of others and community pride. Another thing that's at risk is the environment. Just the amount of landfills and the incinerators that we're using to dispose of these MSW or municipal solid waste is actually increasing the harmful emissions of methane into our atmosphere, which is horrible for our air, land, and water. These increased deadly amounts are severely harmful to pets as well as people, and I don't know about you, but I would like my pets and my future offspring to live healthy, well-established lives. O'Connell also states in his 2011 published article in the Geographical Bulletin that this methane is an extremely dangerous chemical, and landfills actually emit 1 billion tons of CO2 a year, which is extremely harmful to us as well as animals. Recycling will help reduce these chemicals that are released because the disposal process for recyclables is extremely different than getting rid of MSW, which we would throw in landfills or burn, whereas recycling, we reduce and we reuse and then recycle those goods. Decreasing the dependency of the landfills and incinerators will help decrease those harmful emissions I just mentioned previously. A byproduct of recycling will also be our neighborhood will just look more aesthetically pleasing to our community members as well as outside members because the amount of litter will be decreased in the streets. The last and final subject I would like to touch upon is just financial stability. We really need to be financially responsible in order for this program to be successful. There are a couple of ways to do this, and they're relatively easy. The first one is the single stream is just it's just cheaper than the other products, such as you have one bin for glass, one bin for aluminum, one bin for paper, which you're just compiling costs on the taxpayer because they have to purchase each of these bins. If we go single stream, all we have is one bin, we commingle the products, and then the MSW disposers actually sort those recyclables for us. So it makes it easier and really doesn't deter people from recycling because it's not a hassle. The next thing I'd like to touch upon is EAP grants. The Environmental Protection Agency actually helps communities that want to empower their community and help engage people in recycling programs. One such aid is the Brownsfield Aid. The Brownsfield Aid helps support local communities that have strong government backing with recycling programs such as our proposed one. If we actually win this proposed grant, we can actually decrease our costs, which means our taxpayers won't have to pay as much money, and in turn will help local participation as well as public publicity because we are actually participating in a recycling program that's saving the environment. Dull and Wernstead in the Policy Study Journal actually state that these EAP grants lead to public publicity that's actually great for our community. In conclusion, I just want to say recycling is an extremely crucial community-based project that needs to take place. Our well-being is at stake and it really shouldn't be overlooked. We need our future generations to see that we took responsibility to ensure that they have a community that's engaged and worth living in. We need to take action together and ensure that we are environmentally responsible while still being financially responsible because, as we all know, money is extremely important. I just want to thank you for your time, and I really hope that this speech really touched you, and we all can be community members and engaged community members. Thank you for your time.